All right, let's do a little breakdown of the week. What happened? Where are we going? All that sort of good stuff. So, uh, we gotta come back to Monday right here. So, what are we looking at? Pretty bullish week overall, right? Is this it? No, this isn't. No, we gotta go back Monday over here. Looking at Friday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, there we go. There we go. This makes a little bit more sense. All right. Um, okay, so let's break down kind of what happened then. So last week we had this crazy ride straight up. Put in a little bit of consolidation right here. Had the little fell around, chopped side, went up. Consolidated here. We have the two highs here. We have this little one butter zone right here. Like so Monday morning, right, trying to sell off. Basically, it's like all day. It's kind of choppy. This was a tough range, but this was a volume building range, right? So this is at 750, and the 750 ended up playing multiple times. Built a lot of volume right inside the zone. Maybe we could actually highlight it's better do that. So where did I go inside here? Well, that's kind of a key region right there. I'm sure a lot of people got chopped up. We had these two different distributions, and then we have this low volume rally, which came up. Tuesday we chopped, then we opened up, we had this great big sell-off, and we came below what was a low volume rally at that point, came into this support, it's volume down here, and then we pushed back up. Then we had some inflation data Wednesday morning. Well, it looks like we were already cruising by that time. Sold off on the number. And that's 750. 750's kind of been playing over and over again. That was actually 5-day clock, the 5-day clock for over back on the sold off down and got down right on the numbers, 73 numbers. Then we accepted price here. When we look at the 125 volumetric chart, 125 volumetric chart, you can see how choppy this volume was, and then when we got accepted. And Thursday, with the number, we blasted up through it again, and came up into this upper zone, and it was in this upper zone that we had um, established volume here. Price got accepted up here, um, and we anticipated, basically anticipated chop in the zone. I was looking for longs if we can establish volume up kind of in the zone. So that's great. Just leave it. Or I was looking for a volume bed or a volume build down here. That would have been just in the bottom of this right here to look for the move um, to the support line to repair this volume. So this is kind of like a concept was for the market. Now I still think that's totally possible. I think what we're seeing right here is we had this little race up to, what was the development block for a second before my going out there. But we went up and we tested this fine. And it looks like there was a good comeback for channel. So that's leading me to think that, you know, it's a close, you can't read too much into it, but basically, that's the Bears still in control, and the Bears are still on control. So what I would anticipate for the coming week, it's going to be, I imagine we're coming back. We're going to be up here. We're gonna build some support in here, probably cut through this pretty quickly, and then finally build along them up here, and then into this area right here. And then we can see some crazy moves here until finally kind of like build solid bottom. So we're gonna stack bottom blocks, with body looking at this. Like this. And then it's probably gonna be like something like this. Maybe a little bit like this. And then here is what I'm anticipating next week. All-time highs have to be in the discussion, you know. So for me, this is more or less what we're looking at for the coming week. I think this is absolutely unfinished business. And unfinished business from here. So we're gonna look for that flow. I mean, it could remain kind of, you know, empty in this house, but we'll see. We'll see where we go. The most key levels of this week that we have to, be watching for, kind of like inflection points or whatever. I mean, we got to be thinking that's got to be pretty important. We got to be thinking that this little fucker out here has got to be pretty important. And um, I think that's more or less. I think that's more or less what I'm looking for in this coming week. Probably gonna be something like that. I really think that this is calling for some repair. And yeah,